I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm all set to go on my first trek. I'm super excited and I hope I come back in one piece, guys. Wish me luck. Of course, the trip has to begin with us running to catch our train. I know it's a bit late for me to be skeptical about traveling in a train. Good morning from Katgodam. It's about 4:55 in the morning right now, and our connecting bus from the railway station to this place called Lohajang, which is technically where the trek starts from, is going to arrive at 6. I have to say, I'm really surprised about how clean this railway station is. So we've just come to this dhaba here. We reached here at 6:30 last evening, and the mountain trekkers team gave us a short briefing of the do's and don'ts to follow. Good morning from Lohajang camp. Today is officially the first day of our trek and the first day of my first ever trek. I'm really nervous and excited because I really don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping I can make it all the way to the summit. So this is the base camp, Lohajang, and this serves as a starting point for a lot of treks. Most famously, the Brahmatal trek, which I'm going on. Then there's the Rupkund trek, and then a couple of others as well. So we are staying in these rooms. They have dorms as well as rooms like this. It has all the amenities you would require before you start your trek. They also have the option of leaving behind any extra baggage that you don't want to carry on your trek over here. Once you come here, you realize that there's a lot of things that you overpacked which you actually don't need. And we've had our breakfast, just had a cold water shower which definitely woke us up. We're just about ready. The day has finally come and I'm like super excited. So those who don't want to carry their own trekking bags do have the option of hiring these mules, but I would definitely not recommend it because, as you can see, they're already carrying a load of weight. So we're at our second rest stop right now. They let us take a break every 30 to 40 minutes. We're all fading after all. In a forest we never seen. We're at the Brahmatal campsite and we're staying in a 4-person tent. So this is the outer layer, and then you go inside and you have an inner layer, and this is the space, and this is the immediate view outside. Every day after we reach the campsite, we all get together and cool down and stretch before we get on with our day. We just had lunch, which was basically dal, chawal and some pickle. Just keeping it light because I really don't want to get an upset stomach on my first trek ever. Now we have an hour to rest, and then at 4 o'clock we're once again going to acclimatize ourselves and head to Brahmatal Lake. So Brahmatal Lake is about 200 meters away from the base camp, and as you guys can see, there's absolutely no space over here to pitch a tent, and also I believe they're not allowed to. Good morning from the Brahmatal base camp. Just waking up to this gorgeous sunrise. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I probably look disheveled right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I know they say that Brahmatal trek is one of the beginner easier treks to start off with, and this is my first trek, but oh man, it is not easy at all, and especially considering the fact that I trained 3 months for this trek, I still found it a bit difficult on my first day. And last night was my first experience of sleeping in a sleeping bag. I was freezing to death, but it was all right. Right now it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We are going to have breakfast in an hour and then begin our trek at around 9 o'clock. I'm barely able to speak because it's really cold, so bear with me. It's an upward climb for 3 kilometers this way, and apparently after that we'll come into the meadows and it should be relatively easy. And we're heading to a place called Jandi Top, which is probably where we'll stop for lunch, which we've already packed from our previous base camp. That able to see some glimpses of snow here and there. According to our trek guides, day 2 is a longer journey but a relatively easier one, so that's something to look forward to. We could very easily be in a different planet right now. That's how surreal the landscape looks. That right there is Mount Trishul 1 and Trishul 2 and a bunch of other mountain ranges whose names I don't remember. Girls who I met on the trip are absolute ruckus creators, and we don't have a moment of silence when they're around.
Especially me. Bro, you...
It's 6 o'clock in the morning right now, and today is summit day. It's freezing outside. We're barely able to step out of the tent, so we've got our breakfast inside the tent itself. And I hope I'm able to make it to the summit, because I've already gotten frostbite and my entire body from my head to toe is freezing, and I don't know how to overcome it. First trek ever, and I'm so excited. I felt all kinds of emotions when I reached the summit. The first thing I did was cry, typical me, but oh my god, it was so worth it. It was so worth it, and I think I'm addicted to this now, and I definitely am already looking forward to the next trek that I'm going to book for myself. Right now I'm in front of the Brahmatal lake. It's believed that Brahma once came and meditated here. We're beginning our descent today back towards the base camp. We've come to our last and final campsite, and I'm really excited to stay here tonight. It's in the middle of a forest and it's beautiful. Highly recommend going on this trip if you ever get the chance to, because oh my god, it is beautiful. Coming on a trek is, I don't know, it's just like it makes you push your limits, you know. And it was like, okay, I could do this. There were many times where I wanted to stop and I was like, okay, I'm giving up now, what's the big deal? But then I pushed and pushed, and what do you know, it was all worth it in the end. And that brings us to the end of my wonderful little vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to give a huge shout out to Apupandadi, the team who organized the trip, as well as the mountain trekker boys, without whom this trek wouldn't have been as memorable as it was. So thank you so much, guys. And if you guys liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. You know the drill. See you in my next one. Bye.